Hi, this is Keith with LockTech. We make the Accu-Readers. We're going to do a little demonstration using the SUZ18 AccuReader today on this 08 Suzuki M109R. As you see down here, it's got a side-mounted ignition on it. We typically like to use the ignitions because they generally contain all the cuts to make a complete key. However, on this one, it's at an angle to where you'd have to be practically laying on the ground looking up at the reader to read the cuts in the ignition, which it'll do just fine. It's just a little uncomfortable doing. So we're going to see what other options we have. Here you'll notice the seat lock. It's got 1 through 5 in it. And down here you'll notice the helmet lock. It's got 1 through 5 in it. And up here you've got the gas cap, which has 3 through 7 in it. So now you've got several options. You've got the ignition, you've got the gas cap, and either one of these would make a complete key together. Or you'll notice on this particular motorcycle, the steering lock here has 1 through 7. Alright, now because of the because of the ignition, the angle it's at, you almost got to be laying down on the ground to read it, which you can do if you want to, but since we have other locks we can choose from, and it'll work on any one of the locks on this bike, we're going to go ahead and just use the steering lock on this one because it does have all the cuts in it. It's got 1 through 7, and it's easier to get to. So we're going to be using that. And if you come across the bike and you're not sure what cuts are in what locks, you can always use the AccuReader to decide that. You've got your 1, this is your 7 cut, remember that. This is your 3 cut. So if you put your AccuReader in, put it in the right way. Alright, on your 7 side, all the way, and try to pull it out. If it's got it wafer trapped, it's going to have 7. It's going to have number 7 wafer in there. Now you can flip it to the other side, and you know that's going to be wafer or space 3. Go ahead and put it back in. If it's trapped, which it is again, you know it's got space number 3 in it. So you drop it back out a little bit. It's got space 2. Drop it out a little bit again. It's got 1. So that's how I found out for sure this lock has 1 through 7 in it, and will do fine for making a complete key. And that's it. We'll go ahead and get the camera set up and show you how it works. Alright, we're ready to read this lock. It happens to have all 7 positions in it, so it'll be give us all of our cuts. We're going to start with the side that's got the 7th position in it, and go ahead and insert it into the lock. It's locked in place. Give it a little jiggle. I've already lubricated this lock also. I'm going to start with number 4. Number 4 reads a no. Go to a number 3. And you also want to give your reader a little bit of slight, in this position it'd be upward pressure, and what that does is it keeps this end of your tool along the bottom of the slide. So pushing down is actually lifting the tip upward, which is where I want it to stay. Push it in. Number 3 is a no. So go ahead and go to number 2. Number 2 is a no. So 7th position is going to be a 1. Go ahead and insert our release. Pull it out just a little bit. Drops into the 6th position. Start off with the number 4. 4 reads a no again. Three reads a no again. And a 2 is lining up with a yes. So the 6th position is a 2. Moving on. Alright, now we're trapped in the 5th position. Start over again with the 4. 4 is reading a no. 3 is reading a yes. So the 5th position is a 3. Moving on again. Number 4. Start off with a 4 depth. 4 depth is reading a no. 4 depth is reading a yes on a number 3. Alright, we'll go ahead and take our key out. We'll flip it back over. And this position here is already cut to be lining up with a 3 cut when the key is fully inserted. So we'll go back, insert the key all the way. Now it's going to have the number 3 trapped. So we can continue on with the key being inserted fully rather than working way out at the end of the lock. Start off with our number 4. I don't know if you can tell that or not with the glare, but it's lining up with the no. Try number 3. Number 3 is lining up with the no. And number 2. Number 2 is lining up with the yes. So the number 3 cut or space is a 2. Pull it out a little bit. That should have number 2 dropped. Start off with 4 again. 4 is reading a no. 3 is reading a no. 2 is reading a yes. So that one's a 2. Alright, we're on space 1 now. Yeah. Pull it out to the first space. Start off with the 4 again. 4 is reading a no. 3 is reading a no. And 2 is reading a no. So 1 space is a 1 depth. And there you have it. Complete key. Work all the locks on the bikes. Cuts ended up being 1 2 2 3 3 2 1. That's all there is to it. Bye.